Hey there, Pisces Sun. How are you? Welcome to the Lumiere channel. Today I'm doing your 2019 Higher Self Guidance for how to navigate 2019 to get to your highest good, and the highest good of all as well, Pisces. Pisces. So I'm going to be asking your higher self, the higher self of Pisces Suns, Pisces Suns, okay, to relay to me the spirit animal that will be embodying the message, not the message, the guidance for your year. This is when things are just basically the undercurrent of your year, but also, and maybe even more so, for those moments where all else sort of fails, where you're just kind of like, okay, well, how do I navigate this place? I don't know what to do. You come back to this message, this this animal, this guidance, really, to snap you into where you need to be to make the decision that you need to make moving forward. So this is essentially like your anchor, right? This is your anchor that will anchor, the boat of your life, your guidance or whatever throughout the year. And I would encourage you to save it somewhere and find it when you are in those moments where you don't quite know how to navigate it. And I am hopeful that this message will give you something to snap you into reality when, whoop, there went gravity, and you need something to anchor yourself to before you make any sort of decision. At the end of the reading, I'm going to be sharing something with you, and if you're down for that, you can stick around. If not, it's not for you, and that's okay. Whoa. Yeesh. Porcupine Spirit, time for beginner mind. Porcupine Spirit looks so ancient. She looks so old. In the reverse. Time for beginner mind. Let's get in there. Daddy wasn't there to take me to the fair, to change my underwear. Daddy wasn't there. This is a song from like Austin Powers. I don't know why it pops into my mind. Porcupine Spirit. Let's get into it, Pisces. Are you feeling prickly and defensive lately, and assuming you will be hurt before you have even seen any sign that such a reaction is called for? Perhaps an old sense of guilt and shame is causing you to be cynical and wary when you are meant to be open and curious. Self-protection is a good thing, but you may be protecting yourself from something that will not actually harm you, but instead will bring you abundance, happiness, and love. Remember your innocence, Pisces, and you will see what you have been overlooking. Porcupine quills are filled with air, allowing a porcupine to float in water. I didn't know that. Now is the time to let your innocent nature keep you buoyant. Porcupines are pretty prickly. I wouldn't pet a porcupine, but I did not know that the thing that makes them prickly is actually the thing that allows them to float in water. They're an earth species. I would never have thought of a porcupine in water. I'll have to Google this. This is 4884. Your guidance this year. This may be hard because porcupines stay on guard. You break a twig and the porcupine is out. It's It's prickly. It's got its thorns out. It's prickers? What are they called? It's stipples? I don't know. Quills. It's got its quills out, ready to attack. It's vulnerable without them. And that's scary. This year, Pisces. Porcupine spirit is here to remind you not to expect the worst and to allow life to surprise you. Because you'd be pleasantly surprised. Like the porcupine says, self-protection is a good thing. But you may be protecting yourself from something that will not actually harm you, but instead will bring you abundance, happiness, and love. That's a tough position to be in, because when you've had repeat performances that put you in a position to fear and to put your quills up, it's not unjustified. It's just sucky when it seems like Spirit has prepared you 8 times for the 9th. You know what I mean? Where 8 times you've been fucked over, and the 9th is the time when you won't be fucked over. The 9th is the time when you take that leap of faith. Or the 9th is the time when really you can put your guard down. But by this time, you've been fucked over 8 times. Like, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me thrice, fool me fourth, fool me. Like, it's, how do you know to let your quills down and that this is going to be the 9th? How do you know that this is going to be the wish fulfilled? You don't. I'm reminded of the Greater Channel card that I pulled on January 1st. It was Bobcat Spirit, number 8, which is a very meaningful Piscean number for me, which is trust in the great mystery, or like allow the great, like it's a mystery. You never know. This year, what I'm seeing for you, Pisces, sun, honey, is to, yes, protect yourself, but to also be willing to let your guard down. Be willing to build up the defenses that aren't so much physical, but are, not so much cerebral or intuitive, but are, I guess, metaphysical. Are being, sounds so lame, but it's like being close enough to Spirit that you trust that Spirit will only bring you things that are there to serve you. That way, even if you, that way you kind of are able to trust a little bit more, but also be discerning enough with your own intuition and your own guidance to navigate through certain experiences that come your way this year. Because you don't want to miss your blessing because of the 8 fuckers that fucked you over in the past, you know? Whether it's be a job, whether it be a client, whether it be a hospital, an experience, relationships, and then you lose something, or you deprive yourself of something that is the 9th, the wish fulfilled, the abundance, the happiness, and the love. This may be hard for you, Pisces, but this year, the undercurrent for you, and it's difficult for me to deliver this message because it's a tough one. It's a tough one to be able to say, put your porcupine pins down. Take your armor off and trust. It's tough. A porcupine spirit is out here saying, remember your innocence and you will see what you have been overlooking. Going back to that you, at point zero, the full you, the one before the first, the one before the second, the one before the third, the one before, the one before all those things happened. Remembering that innocence, but not forgetting that 1 through 8 happened. Taking the best of 1 through 8 and going back to that innocence, being armed with those lessons, those truths, those things, and then going into the ninth and opening yourself up to the abundance, happiness, and love, and success, and joy, and glee, and, whatever that may be for you. This is a tough one to deliver. This is actually really tough to deliver. Because I can feel how hard it would be, and I see why this message is in protection. Oof. Remember your innocence, Pisces. Now is the time to let your innocent nature keep you buoyant. That inner child. I'm remembering the, and I'm falling from the something. I'm seeing, what's her face? Katy Perry in I'm Wide Awake. That music video where she's just beaten down. She's been through 1 through 8. And as she's getting to 9, her little girl, her little self, her little child, her innocence, her inner child, her youthful spirit stands up for her. Oh, that scene where the little girl, these two kind of minotaurs or bull-headed or goat-headed, devil energy type clinical people are standing at the gate blocking Katy Perry from being whisked out to freedom, to her abundance and her happiness and her love. And Katy cannot fight. She can't fight anymore, and her little girl steps in front and stomps her foot down, and that ferociousness and that innocence cracks through the doorway and wakes Katy up for this final sort of burst of energy and strength, and blows away these guardians of the hell, and keeping her in this state of mind. And the door busts open, and Katy wakes up, and she grabs her inner child, and they both run to freedom. Wide Awake. It's a great music video. I totally felt that power. I wish you everything, Pisces. I wish you everything. Shaking that off. I told you in the beginning that I had a message. I had something to say. As you know, some of you, I have a membership. It's a sovereignty membership. It's about stepping into your sovereignty, claiming your sovereign space, claiming your sovereign being and sovereign experience on this world. And I do what I can to help channel and move us in approaching things from a more sovereign space in the membership. I have, up until now, or not really, up until now for you, I have created a free level, a community level, where with the Alumet, the Lumiere, and the Phoenix level, those are monthly paid, okay? Those are monthly payments every month, and they get certain content that they're paying for. And access to certain things that each of the levels to get different levels of access to. With the Canary level, it's basically an extension of the YouTube channel. It's where when I post these long readings, I can do those in the canary level, where I'll post a bit of it on YouTube, or as much as I can pull myself away from on YouTube, and then I'll post the rest of it on in the canary level. So it's free, okay? In there is also very, very, very privately my journal, which I've only shared up until this point with the Alumets, Luminaires, and Phoenixes. Very intimate, very intimate, very intimate, and I can't believe I'm actually sharing this with you all, but here we are. What are we going to do? So there's that. My access to my private journal that I write in every so often, and also some other goodies that are on there. It is free. So if you're moved to join, you can go ahead and join and converse with others, make connections, help each other and ourselves grow. I feel like we learn from experience and not just our own but others. And so when we share with one another, you never know who's watching, you never know who's listening. I'm always surprised when people say, "Oh, I've been watching you for X, Y, something, and I've already, this." I, I, I have no words for that. So in any case, if you're down for that and you want to join us over in the Canary, the membership, come through. If you want to even upgrade to one of the other tiers, the Alumet, Luminaire, Phoenixes, you're free to do that. However, you're also free to stay on YouTube, and I'll see you here next time I post a video. Otherwise, I'll see you over there when I post some content over there, whatever that content may be, and I look forward to hearing from you and engaging with you over there as well. Okay, so I wish you everything, and keep your light on and good luck.